Hello, everybody. My name is Benjamin Bloom. It's the Benjamin Bloom Football Show. It is Brentford 1, Preston 0 at half-time. This is the half-time review. Get your thoughts in on what happened in the first half and what you think is going to happen in the second half. Brentford getting a really early goal in this one. No sense, though, that they're going to run away with it. Preston coming into it. Obviously, the pattern, as we would imagine in this game, is Brentford having more of the ball. But in terms of chances, Preston are a threat. There's been saves made at both ends, and Brentford aren't having all of this their own way. But we know that they do come strong and wear teams down in the second half. So nicely poised at the moment. However, though, it's not set up for Leeds to go up tomorrow night. Brentford, as it stands, will be closing up that gap on West Brom in second place. Let's have a little look at the key events here in the first half. Brentford, fairly standard Brentford-looking team there with the 4-3-3. Martin, Dalsgaard, Janssen, Pinnock and Henry. Dalsgaard back in the team after missing a game on Saturday, wasn't it, against Derby. Jensen, Norgard and Marcondes in midfield. Jensen back in over to Silva. And Buemo, Watkins, Benrahma up the top. We and ahed about what the Preston shape would look like. And in for goal were pretty much bang on with this, weren't they? Three at the back there with Rafferty and Hughes as wing backs, tight three in midfield, and basically two runners up front in Barkhausen and Maguire. And as I said, it was a very early goal in this one for Brentford, getting the lead here on 4 minutes. It was, and it's a really nice goal actually. It's Preston are actually on the attack down the right-hand side when this kind of phase of play starts. Barkhausen's running against Rico Henry in the left-back position. Henry wins that battle. He slides it up the line to Benrahma, and then from here on, it's just really, really good. It's a quick turnover in possession. The ball and the players move quickly. Benrahma dribbles it. He comes inside. He plays it to Jensen, quick touch inside from him. And then it is on to Marcondes, who's the kind of right central midfield position, comes in. And it's really lovely, the assist. Look, there he is. He's come across and you can see this is very Buendia to Pukki that we saw last season. The run's going to be at an angle and the ball's going to be at an angle into that big gap you can see Watkins is going to run into. He doesn't need to take a touch. All the way across to the right, the ball's gone. Watkins has gone with it, and he hits it really, really nice and early. Just a clean contact. He goes for power and earliness in the shot. He doesn't go for the corner, and it's pretty much straight through Rudd and into the middle of the goal. And 1-0 Brentford after only 4 minutes. Superb start. Some sense then, are they going to run away with it? But they did not. That was 25 for the season for Ollie Watkins up top. He is ahead of Mitrovic now. They're having this ding-dong battle, aren't they? And just look at Marcondes there in the 7 straight wins, 2 goals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now 6 assists in these 8 games. So 8 goal contributions in 8 games from Marcondes, who is very, very much playing himself into this team. Whether Brentford make it automatically or go through the playoffs, he has made himself a key player. And he was out on loan earlier in the season. And very rare for a player to be loaned out and then come back to make quite such an impact. Keep your comments coming in. We'll get to them in just a second. On 12, Preston haven't been in the game at all at this point, but they force a chance here. Nice steal from Daniel Johnson in midfield. And this is excellent. He drives forward and fully on the run with the outside of his left foot. Really difficult to defend when people play through balls whilst on the run. We've seen Benrahma and Pereira do it. The good players do this, and Daniel Johnson certainly did just that. Inside the fullback, Barkhuizen, into the box on the right-hand side. He is in behind. The angle's difficult, and Raya's out really quickly. Barkhuizen goes for the dink. Raya is wise to it. I just wonder there if the shot choice was different, and he maybe tries to shape it around him for the near post there, or tries to go through the keeper's legs. Just a little bit more deftness in the finish there, and maybe that's 1-1. Although the dink often works in those positions. Raya, very wise to that. Good goalkeeping there. Benrahma balloons one over on 13, but Preston start getting a foothold in the game about 15-16. They're not having any possession, but they don't really care because they're setting up their midfield in good positions, and when they are winning tackles and winning the ball, they're moving quickly. It's like they've been told, sit, you can sit, but make sure you move quickly when we've got the ball. We've seen Charlton be very good at that and getting people in the box from midfield without necessarily even having too much possession. Preston looking like that's the game plan here. They get a bit more territory as we come up to 20 minutes. Couple of attacking corners and a volley deflected wide. They can go anywhere once they take a little snick, can't they? On 23, lovely football from Brentford here. Benrahma, nice feet, and really good from Jensen as well, who's linked up these attacks very nicely. Flick on nearly gets through to Marcondes. He's wide in the right-hand side of the box. He goes for a kind of low cross shot thing. That doesn't look that dangerous until it takes a big deflection. Rudd has moved across with the ball, obviously, completely out of the game. The ball loops up. How many times do we see those loop into the net? Not this one, though. Just loops over with nobody able to do a thing for Preston there. Could have gone in that one. Big style there. Watkins gets a shot off from the corner, finds space, but can't get it on target. Here come Preston again, though. Win the ball and then move it nicely. Nice lateral pass as well, straight through to Brown, who wins the free kick. And when I was watching the players lining up for this free kick, I didn't think Darnell Fisher would take it, but it's a great strike. The free kick's pretty central. And remember the old Drogba technique, smacking it with the side of the foot and spinning downwards and away from the keeper. It's a really good free kick, actually. Raya throws himself to the right. It's going in the corner. It's moving quickly. Good all round there. Good move. Good free kick. Good save there. Everyone gets a tick in the box for that one. And then just going into half time, a good save from Rudd this time. Benrahma powering towards the box here. Nimble as ever with his feet. Give and go there with Watkins. Benrahma absolutely hammers the shot like Watkins for the goal. He goes for power instead of maybe a side foot for the corner, which we know he's well capable of. He gets the power, but it's straight at Rudd, who watches it well and pushes it away. Not quite the element of surprise on the half volley that Ollie Watkins had for the goal. Obviously, who am I to criticise Benrahma's technique? But given the angles, maybe the right footer for the corner there would have been the one. But hey, sometimes power works, as Watkins proved. More often than not, though, finding the corner will work if you've got the technique, which Benrahma sure as hell has. So 1-0 at half time. That's my perception of the half. And as you can see, the pattern fairly clear. Brentford with the ball, but Preston not without chances and happy to sit back, providing that they can make moves and show good pace with Barkhuizen and Maguire up front and people breaking from midfield and get some efforts on goal. So 6 shots to 4, but 2 shots on target each says that this game plan might work for Preston. We'll see in the second half. Obviously, the possession they're not bothered about. I can't even read that. In fact, 61 to 221. So people use the term dominating possession. That gets overused, but this is dominating possession. 41 touches in the attacking third to 14. 12 take-ons to 3, 7 crosses. You can see a tactic there. Wing-backs, anytime they're forward, they're trying to get good ball into the box and test out Pinnock and Janssen, who are both very good in the air. As you can imagine, Preston ahead on tackles, interceptions there. Brentford have made the most fouls. So this one is evenly poised. Couple of schools of thought here. Either Preston can increase their imprint on the game, get into it a bit more, try and create that big chance, or a moment of quality or a mistake, and you're at 1-1. The other school of thought, which we've seen in a lot of Brentford games, is they just wear you down. We know on the bench, Brentford do have attacking options. That said, so do Preston. If they do want to switch to a 4-2-3-1, people like Sinclair and Bodin can come in. Gallagher can come into central midfield to dictate the game. Also, look there, Jaden Stockley on the bench is a big guy if they want to switch out some pace and try and, really go from back to front a bit quicker. That would work too. Many ways they can do it. Again, bring up the bench one more time. You can see lots of options from an attacking point of view there, and to freshen up midfield if he needs to, despite, I think, Norgard, Jensen and Mark Conde's all playing pretty well, but De Silva there, more to the point up top, Kanyos and Joel Valencia and Tariq Fosu could all come on. Quickly, before I go to your comments, remember the state of play. And at the moment, it's if Brentford win, Leeds need 4 points for promotion. They cannot do it for tomorrow. West Brom needs 6. The gap down to 1. If Preston can get an equaliser, Leeds can be promoted tomorrow. There will be 2 points from promotion. Just seeing some highlights from Bristol City, who look like they are winning again. Lovely finish there by, looks like the left wing back there, Benkovic. Lovely goal. Bristol City pushing for the playoffs there. If Preston can make the unlikely comeback here, then Leeds also can do it tomorrow. So I assume as I open up these comments now, there'll be a fair amount of Leeds fans still hoping for that draw. Let's have a look. Shane says, Ben wanting Leeds to stay in the Championship for the channel. Don't worry, Ben, will stay loyal. Yes, there you go. Bloody hell, Preston. Well, could be a lot worse. Look at how Stoke laid down and died at Leeds. It's not like that at all, is it? Why did anyone have faith in Preston? Look, they are in the game. Believe me, they are in this game. It's the Championship. If it's still 0-0 and they can bring big story on. Badger makes the point. Brentford's keeper, certainly 2 decent saves there from the dink from Barkhuizen and from the free kick from Darnell Fisher as well. Quickly there, you can support the channel by using Super Chat. Hit the dollar button on YouTube. You can subscribe on Patreon. Please comment like you are doing in your droves. Hit the like button if you're here. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the actual channel on YouTube, please do so. We are closing in on 10,000 subscriptions. Nothing ever goes Leeds' way. Come on, you're top of the league. Of course it does. Great save from Raya from the free kick. I agree. Very good save. After last season, red and white stripes have scarred me. Thankfully, we are in a better position. Players now coming out for the second half. Noel says he's got his rope ready for the Blues game. Just seeing a rerun of that free kick. That's a great strike and a really, really good save as well. Any more predictions here? Second place in your hands now. If you don't get it, it's because of you dropping points. That's Jay towards West Brom. That is very, very true. Graham is a Leeds fan. It ain't over yet. Barnsley did something extreme with Derby, and there's rivals. Never mind Charlton and Bowyer. Players in the tunnel for Brentford look like they are coming back out. Don't think Brentford have looked particularly impressive, but you have to think even if Preston equalise, Brentford can still win it. Brentford second, West Brom playoffs, and Leeds champions, a lot of people are saying. Right, thank you very much, everybody. Keith says, connection. Hopefully our connection is okay. If anyone can DM me if they've had any problems on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom, that will help me out. We're always trying to keep everything really decent standard here. So Ben doesn't mind Brentford going up since they're a small club. Leeds are good for numbers. Stop it, dearie me. May the best team win, as I always say. In 7L says Brentford always struggle against teams that sit deep. Well, Preston are going to have to come out the longer this goes on. Could that play into Brentford's hands? Right, Alex Neil now coming back and taking his seat. Please come back at full time. Should be about 6:55. These fixtures have been ending full-time live stream, and we'll have a little bit of fun with the other fixtures. Looks like they're just about to kick off now. Thank you everybody for joining this, the halftime stream. I will see you at full time for the match review. As it stands, the automatic race will be going another game round. Brentford winning. Can Preston get back into it? Now kicking off in the second half. Thank you for watching. See you at full time. Over and out.